Hey, it's Mike with USCCA, and I'm here today with Dan De La Cruz of Compliant Technologies, and we are going over their non-lethal options. Dan, thanks for being here. What are we looking at right now?
So this is our line of CD3 products. It's our line, we call them conductive distraction and de-escalation devices. They're not weapons. These devices each were made to distract an individual, stop them from doing whatever they were doing, that trying to cause somebody else harm in that process. Usually our officers, our guards in corrections, or our patrol officers on the street.
Okay, so the distraction, when you say distraction, I'm thinking like a noise or something that like turns my head. How is this distracting me?
So what we do is we hit your nervous system, your peripheral nervous system in your skin. No current enters the body. So unlike a CEW, which would send voltage through your body, we just affect the nervous system within the dermis.
Okay, so what is, for the people at home, like a CEW is?
It's a conductive energy weapon.
So that's like a taser?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
and how is this different from a taser?
So with that, you would have a couple probes. One would be a negative, one would be a positive, and it would send voltage through your body. And it has to be quite a bit of voltage to fight your organs and your bones and everything else to make connection to both probes.
Okay.
Whereas ours land right within the system. So it's all within the glove. We have a positive and negative there.
Okay.
So it rides in the palm of my hand. So the waveform is so low, it doesn't pass through clothing, doesn't pass through hair, metal, anything. Our waveform only works on human skin. Skin is the largest conductive organ in our body. So when we make contact with the skin, it starts generating. But like I said, the waveform's so low, it can't enter the body. So because of that, electricity takes the least path of resistance. Can't get in your body, so it just goes to the negative probe. So then it just starts bouncing back and forth. So that's what you end up feeling, is it's cycling in the palm of my hand, and you just feel it on top of your skin.
Okay.
Nothing actually entering your body. And in a surface area like the glove, you're only going to feel it in probably like a 3-inch by 1-inch section.
Okay.
Of your skin, about that big.
So when we had tested in our previous videos the taser, I felt this tremendous pressure in my back, and it almost locked me up. And I don't want to say I was out of control, but I was pretty out of control. It was really hard to move. It's clearly different because it's a glove, but how is it different in the feeling to the person?
So the feeling, what you experience there is called NMI. It's neuromuscular interference. You have full NMI.
Okay.
So you're with the amount of voltage going through your body, your muscles lock up, and usually it's about a 5-second ride. You're stuck on that until it ends.
Yeah.
Like I said, our product has no voltage going into your body. You just feel it topical on top of your skin, affecting the nervous system instead of the muscular system.
Okay.
So you are feeling the muscles lock up in your body, feeling like you can't move and you're locked up. You have control of your body, and what you'll see is a lot of when we do the demonstrations or people actually experience it like you will, you'll have control of your body where your brain is sent yourself into a protective mode. So if you started to fall on the ground, you're going to bend your knees and break your fall because your brain will protect you. Mm-hmm. It knows it's falling down. It knows you're going down. Whereas with that other product, when you're locked up like that, you have no control. You're either going to stand there and lock up, or you're just going to fall on the ground without any control. You're not going to be able to put your hands out, hold yourself. A lot of the issues with injuries from less lethal products are not the product themselves, but it's what happens when, like, if we hit you out in the street with a product like that and you locked up and fell and hit your head on something where there's no way to control you because it's a distance weapon.
Yeah.
Whereas all those weapons are built for distance. This is for when an individual is forced to go hands-on. And they go hands-on more often than any, because even if I use that intermittent weapon from a distance, when it's done, I still have to go put my hands on you. And you're either going to be compliant at that point, or you're going to be very agitated from that ride you just took.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to fight some more, which happens daily.
How did this product come about? Like, of the ones we've tested with pepper spray and taser and batons, this is something that's definitely newer. Where did this tech come from? How are you guys using it?
So we came to the market about 8 years ago. There was a rudimentary version of this that we found, and we recreated it. This is our actual 5th generation of the glove. So we've made a lot of changes to the software in it, the processes of it, the battery life. Like this has a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery. The officers can charge it. It'll hold the charge for several months. And they can use it over and over and over again without having to worry about replacing anything or doing anything. We just ask that they check them, charge them about once a month, and they're more than covered. There's no consumable, so they're not having to buy a new battery every time they use it. It just can be there for them every time they need it.
And I see there's 3 products here. Are they interchangeable? Are they separate?
So these are all separate projects. Products. The glove is our flagship product. That's where corrections, patrol officers, sheriff's departments, that's what they're using when they're forced to go hands-on with an individual. When escorting somebody to a car and they decide to turn on you. I don't know if you've ever seen an individual in a prone position with their arms tucked under them, refusing, can't get their arms out. That's a process. Never looks good. Everybody's got video cameras now. Everybody's recording what's going on. Just trying to get those hands out is a long process and sometimes an ugly process. We can solve that problem in a matter of seconds now. Same thing goes with a fight. The sooner I end the fight, the safer everybody is. What we're trying to do here is make it safer for the officer and make it safer for the subject too. Because those fights that last longer, the emotions enter, and that's when the mistakes are made. So if I can end this fight, we say stop the fight now. We generally see compliance in less than 2 to 3 seconds.
2 to 3 seconds.
Seconds.
Wow. That's my goal. 4 seconds. What about these? It's 2 other ones.
So the other ones are, this is our EBV and our EBR. It's a E-band restrictor. Both of these are for prisoner transport.
Got it.
So whether it be for courtroom appearances, medical transport, extradition, any of those things, you can put this on an individual underneath their clothing, take them on a plane, take them across states in a van full of people. These come in a multi-frequency where one officer can control 3 people. There's an audible warning if they want to send them a warning, and the audible goes off when it's actually going off so that you know the person's being stimulated.
So we're going to see how it goes, because we brought out Casey Boonstra from our last less than lethal videos. We're going to bring her out now and see how this glove performs when she attacks me. All right, we have brought back Casey Boonstra from our last few videos. Casey, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me again.
What are you expecting out of this?
Well, I feel like every time I'm on a video with you, it's always something crazy, but I'm excited to see how this product goes, because it is a little bit more hands-on rather than using the weapons like we did before. This is a little bit more, I guess, surface-based. So I'm just interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious. You know, the last videos, they were distance weapons. You were shooting me, you were spraying me. These were things that like had lasting effects. Whereas this, you have to be essentially touching me. And I'm curious, you know, how that's going to work for you.
Yeah, especially with our height differences and our weight differences. If I'll be able to actually take you down using something that's a little bit more localized, I'm interested to see how it goes.
You know, this is really to simulate a lot of law enforcement and security personnel have to go against much bigger people. So in this case, you know, I'm 6 feet, 200 pounds, and if you can hold me and control me, even if it's enough to get her distance, it's gonna be pretty impressive.
Yeah. I'll do it.
So just a quick reminder is we are professionals. Casey is a stunt woman and does this professionally. I also am essentially a stunt man. I do stupid things for money, and we have lots of training, and we've also gone through certification training from Compliant Technologies and how to work this tool. So don't try this at home. Obviously, that would be really dumb. Any advice for us before we start this?
No, I think that, you know, after your guys' training, and we're going to do a little bit of hands-on training with Casey and see how you respond to it. I think just the legitimacy of it will be the most important part of this.
All right. So Dan, do you want to run through with Casey kind of the training for today?
Yeah, so what we want to do with Casey, because she's not an actual trained officer or guard, we want to give her some type of how to respond to aggression.
Okay.
Because the point is, you're going to be coming at her, or she's going to be getting you off of me, whatever we come up with here.
Yep.
But we're going to give her a couple of tactical scenarios in order to grab a hold of somebody and try to control them or get away from them.
Great.
Something like that, since this is new to her. All right. So,
Yep.
all right. So I'm going to hand the gloves to you for now.
Great.
So when he first comes, come to this angle and come in here.
So come to an angle and then come up here.
Yeah. Okay. Step back a second. So you're going to bring this hand in, grab here, and then this one's going to come up here, and then you're going to come.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Back and around. So it's this outside hand, this hand here. Now this hand's here because if Mike was coming at you with this hand, I want to be able to block
Yep.
him. Okay. So we're here. We're going to block. We're going to come in there. Okay. I'm not teaching her any strikes here. I'm not teaching her anything like that. It's really, this is just a safe mood for her to protect herself, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm a little nervous. My hands are sweating, and I feel it's like that anticipation before, something painful is probably going to come.
Yeah, like last time.
I have a hard time believing that those little prongs in the area. I have a hard time believing that that's going to bring me to my knees. I'm just really curious because I felt the same way about the taser.
Yeah.
And I was proved wrong. So yeah, I'm a little nervous, but also more curious.
Now you have the gloves on, so let's just run through it a couple times where you're a little bit more aggressive, high speed.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm pausing the video right now to let you know about a free giveaway that USCCA has going on right now. Check out the link below for all the details, and let's get back to the video.
Good. And then just 2 hands.
2 hands.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go for your gun or something.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go for your gun.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh, my God.
Did I make a sound? Because that sounded awful. That is so miserable. I wanted that to stop so badly.
Yeah.
I didn't even get around you.
No.
Like the first grab.
The moment you got it. Okay. that was
I was shocked.
so bad. Casey grabbed the wrist, and the moment it's all nerves. You're right.
Yeah.
The moment she grabbed the wrist, it went in the nerves of my arm. It wasn't muscular, which is much better, by the way. Muscular feels great. It's like a pounding massage compared to this. It goes into your nerve and it sends this shock up your arm, and it hurts so bad. And then when she grabbed the back of the arm, it was unbearable. The wrist was like, this sucks. Both arms it was unbearable. And then I screamed something.
Yeah. You went, for me, I felt like you went straight down. I didn't feel like I even got around the back of you. I just.
So you imagine trying to fight through that?
No way. No way.
And she has what we trained for 5 to 10 minutes. Other than her other training, we worked on it. She worked on the moves a little bit because she doesn't have any training background. Imagine somebody with some real training background being aggressive with you.
Sorry, well, it was so shocking. Like that, that nerve pain when you hit your elbow, the funny bone.
Yeah.
It felt like that going through the entire arm. It stopped about here.
Yeah.
But from here to here, it was so horrendous.
It definitely created that distance you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went down.
I was surprised too, because when she grabbed the wrist, I thought I was going to be able to yank that, but instead my arm kind of went dead.
Right. So that's our distraction. So like I said, it starts out at a lower voltage, and that's the attention grabber. It causes your brain to immediately focus on that. And then it ramps up, and then you forget.
It did exactly that. When he first said the name, I was really confused, as maybe some of you at home were confused of what that meant. Distraction, it truly is. I can't think of anything else besides how bad my arm hurts, that nerve pain that shoots through. I don't want anything to do with what I was currently doing, and I just want to move on. I want the pain to stop. Like that I was essentially begging you to stop. I just didn't have the words.
Like I let go pretty quickly.
And you probably experienced maybe a second and a half.
That was
We could play back the tape, but I don't think it was super long.
my goal was 4 seconds. I don't think I could do that. Okay. Well, okay, so that was wrist here. another scenario that you were saying was if somebody was grabbing you, because look, she grabbed me.
Right.
But something that's not great with the taser is if I'm fighting this officer and I get tased, I can effectively be tasing the other officer as well, right?
Right.
This you're saying is different.
Correct. So in a scenario where if Casey was my partner and we were on scene and I'm dealing with you and let's say I don't have the gloves on, I'm not ready for you when you turn on me, and you've got control of me, I don't want my partner to come up and help me, get you off of me, whatever that may look like. So he's going to have me there, and see how that elbow's exposed there?
Yeah.
So you're just going to come up right here, and we don't do this because he's moving away from me.
Yeah.
I want to come in here because when he goes to pull, he's going to pull into the glove, and the more he pulls into you, the more he gets hit,
this way.
and he's going to grab. And then the same thing, 2-point of contact. You're going to come in and get here in that wrist,
Okay.
and then
And over.
what I want you to do is just try to step
Okay.
and use his weight.
Okay.
Step away from him. Okay, your goal is to pull him off of me.
Some days I love
So I want you to reach in and pull him off of me.
Yeah.
Some days I don't.
Okay.
Grab your partner.
Let him go.
No.
So sorry.
Instant nerve pain. It's really hard to describe. Like, I know the sound I'm making. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm trying my hardest to keep composure, and it's impossible. It hits so hard and so fast in the nerve. Like, me falling to the ground is not me submitting. It's my legs are giving out, and I'm just on the ground. Like, I don't know if you pulled me or not.
No, I feel like I just made contact and then I almost like your body weight went down.
Like, there's no pain right now. A little nerve feeling, but there's no pain, which is kind of similar with electrical current. But the moment you touched me, I just let go. I don't know how it felt for you.
I felt nothing.
I felt like the moment I touched you, your weight was on the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't even really get a chance to step back and pull you down. You were already down.
That is so surprising. I felt. Did you grab here first or here first?
I did at the same time.
Okay, same time.
He's nervous.
It's a little trauma right now. Yeah, I felt it go, and my knees started buckling down, and you let go so quickly. But the wild thing was, even when you let go, that distraction portion you were talking about, I don't want to go back for more. It's not like I have this will to fight. I have no more will. I want it to be done, and you just showed me that this is what's going to happen. Like, if you went back in and kept hitting, I can't think of a scenario where somebody would be able to fight through that.
Right, and that's excellent to hear you say that, because when I am doing simple demos on like this, where I'm talking to individuals and showing them how it works, the guys that are fighters or think they're fighters, their response is always, yeah, but it's just going to make me want to fight you harder.
Yes. So kind of real talk on that though. Have you experienced, like, even if it's one person out of 1,000 where it just doesn't affect them?
I would say about 4 years ago, one of our older generations, the gloves worked fantastic. I was at this Native American security event. So they came out, and the captain, it was this old lady, Indian lady, older. She had to be in her 60s. She came out, and she wanted to see what it did, and she had her deputies with them, and she goes, well, I want to feel it. And I said, okay. So I grabbed a hold of her, and she just looked at me, and she goes, yeah, I could see why that would work. And I was like,
That was her response?
yeah, and my partner was with me, so I grabbed a hold of it. I go, is this on? And he goes, falls on the ground. And then her deputy was with, oh, let me try it out. And he did the same thing, slammed himself on the ground immediately.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's a 1%er, I don't know.
Yeah.
She just, I don't know.
It's interesting. I wonder if there's people with either nerve issues or no nerves or something like that. Like, for instance, my father was in a car accident many, many years ago, and he has like no nerve feeling in his legs. Mm-hmm. So maybe that was the case.
Maybe. It's funny you say that. I have a good friend of mine who had was in a car accident and he has severe nerve damage in his arm and partially in his leg. So in his arm, he says all the time that he can't feel things, or it feels funny. And I said, well, let's check it out. Let's check it out. So I grabbed a hold of him, and because of his nerve damage for him, it was horrible. He responded the same way, just fell on the ground. But then for days after, his nerves were like on fire.
Oh, he could feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like,
interesting.
His arm was just a mess for a couple of days.
Okay.
So don't know that would be the scenario for everybody, but you know, our nerves are crazy.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true, because I know the counters. I've been training for decades. You're not going to out like jujitsu me or out muscle me at my size. But that just like equalized it. It was crazy. Another thing I really love about it though is that it's silent. There's no bang, there's no pop, it's just completely quiet. So for tactical units, you could completely go through a house quietly, and really the only noise you'd hear is the person if they were yelling. Yeah. But I think a third scenario would be, people at home are probably wondering, well, what about for distance? Like if you just wanted to like warn somebody to stay back, is it effective? Like would just a tap or just like a grab make me want to stop coming at somebody? Yeah,
I would think so, but I mean it'd be a great test to find out, because if you were going at Casey at an aggressive manner, other than this time you're not grabbing her weapon, maybe you're moving into her space in her area and she just wants to get you away. If your hands are up where she grabs your hands, or you're reaching for her.
Yep.
All she needs, just a quick grab and you retract or don't retract. I mean, however you respond is going to be real. So
I'm thinking there's a lot of scenarios where law enforcement encounters somebody coming at them. Either it's non-lethal, where they have no weapon and the cop can't shoot, or it's with a knife and then they're usually behind the power curve and maybe they have to fight with their hands, or just in a situation where somebody's coming to try to grab the gun even, and you're just keeping them at bay.
Right, and that's what we talk about weapons retention with this. It's not a matter of her being stronger than you, because you will overpower her and take her weapon. Yeah. But in a cover and hold situation, the cover should be enough at this point.
Yeah. Going up in this scenario, if you were to grab a woman by the throat, very, very common in attackers with men, 2 hands go to the throat. She's just going to grab my wrists, and that's it. She's not going to try to pull them apart. She's just going to grab my wrist. The traditional electric currents are going to go through and shock both of us. I'm actually curious how this one's going to go. Less curious at the moment, and more, I think I know what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab you. All right, grab. Oh God!
Sorry.
Wow.
Okay, you want to hand up?
No. Wow, that
didn't.
Did I even squeeze you?
No. Not at all.
I'm laughing right now because I'm nervous. It's my legs go completely limp. I think, as you were saying, my brain shuts off. It goes into survival mode and I collapse. I am trying. I'm not sponsored by this product at all. I'm not getting paid for this. This is me giving like a full, honest evaluation. I cannot keep on my feet. I can't do it. I want so badly not to do this again, but like it is crazy. I go to grab you and my legs give out, my hands give out, everything in me gives out. And when you let me go, I'm back to normal. And for anyone at home who's like, well, can't they just reattack? Well, one, I don't want to reattack. There's nothing about this I want more of. But 2, you could just continue holding. There's no martial arts being given right now. There's no techniques. Yeah. How'd that feel for you?
It's just simple contact. I feel like every time it's been like a second or 2, if that, and you're on the floor. Yeah. And why do they last so long, battery life? Because you only get a couple of seconds every touch.
Yeah. Maybe on that, the battery life, she's been zapping me. Is this something she has to worry about, it running out?
No, because she gets 90 minutes of active pulse.
90 minutes of this?
and probably all our scenarios, we get compliance in less than 3 seconds. And I think most of yours have been about 1.5.
Yeah.
I'm not even ashamed.
I don't know if that's
impressed
true.
I lasted that long. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think, too, I don't think you could inoculate yourself to this. And
No.
have you inoculated yourself?
No, I think we touched base on that a little while earlier because I had asked you previously, hey, do you want to feel it up front to have an idea what you're doing? And you said, no, I want to experience real time. I said, that's great, because you didn't want to have build up to it and understand it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times.
Yeah.
I have experienced that so many times, and my reaction is the same every single time.
Yeah.
I feel like
cannot-
reactions have been pretty consistent, like
Yeah.
in the timing wise and everything. It's like you're straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I feel like it's getting worse. In fact, I feel like my fear of it is worse now. Like where I don't even want more of it, which I thought it'd get better. I thought I would be able to fight a little bit more. That shock value is powerful because if you were on the street trying to attack police officers, security guards, somebody on the streets, and that hits you with that shock, you have no idea what's hitting you.
No. And that's the optics of it are incredible. One, like you said, the individual has no idea where that came from, what happened. We're not pointing anything at you. There are no loud noises. We're not swinging anything at you. We're not firing anything at you. If somebody was recording Casey on the street and she was taking you under control, it would just look on video that she was just really good at her job.
Yeah, I consider myself like a tough guy. I really do. And I can take a punch. I can take punches all day. I can take elbows, kicks, knees. I can't take that.
No?
It's so different.
No, I mean, just in like doing jiu-jitsu, can you imagine rolling around on the ground with somebody that had those on? How are you going to hold on to anybody?
No, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, even you could have one glove and still operate that pretty effectively.
Yeah.
You know, for management, you have your rifle, you have your pistol, you grab, you bring somebody to the ground. There are so many applications for this. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's an incredible tool.
Yeah.
Probably the first new thing to law enforcement in over 30 years. And there's nothing else like it.
Okay, well, I want so badly to be done here, but there are two more products that we need to explore.
This is our E-band restrictor. This is for prisoner transport, whether they're going to medical transport, courtroom appearances.
Yeah.
A lot of judges don't want to see, we'll leave this exposed so they can see it.
Okay.
But it'll go underneath the clothing. A judge generally doesn't want to see handcuffs or shackles on a subject because they don't want the jury to be swayed by that.
That makes sense.
Same thing when they go to medical transport, they've got to have their hands free for the nurses and the doctors to work on them, but we want to maintain control of them. Across the United States, workplace violence, 70% of it is against nurses across the country. So sometimes there's prisoners there getting treatment and they start fighting or they try to run away, and this will stop them generally.
Yeah.
So we can do a scenario if you want. We'll get you on the back wall maybe coming at us.
Okay.
Like if you were going to rush the jury or try to run away, something like that. And then we'll just hit the button and see if you might be able to fight through it and carry on and run out the door and be free.
Okay.
But we'll see if you make it.
What I'm going to do in this scenario is I have a concealed blade, and we're in a courtroom scenario. Maybe I just smuggled a weapon in, and the judge over here, I'm going to pull my blade and walk towards the judge. And with a remote control, Dan is going to see if he can stop me. And, I have the tech on my leg and see how bad it is, see if I can get to him. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, so I draw my...
Stop. Walk. Wow.
Holy crap. Dan, that is so bad. How long was that?
Maybe a couple seconds.
I can't say it was worse. It was just so bad. Oh, so it felt like my foot was cramping. I felt like you were laughing at me and letting it go longer, but it wouldn't stop. It would not stop. And I'm in another world right now. That just blew my mind. There's no way you could fight through that. I will. This is from my company to anyone watching this. I will give you $100 if you could take this and continue doing what you're doing. That's from me to you. Call me out, whatever you want. That is insane. And I feel fine right now. I feel like I can get up and move.
Yeah, and I've done that test. I sit in a chair, put a $100 bill on my lap, and if they can come get it, they can keep it.
Wow. That is so bad. All right, so this is their e-vest, and this is designed to be worn on the skin of like a prisoner, right?
Correct. For some high value transport.
Okay, so you're taking, high value cartel prisoner, and you're taking him from point A to point B. You have him put this on. He takes off running, and you can hit him with this.
That's correct.
Okay.
We do have a lot of departments using this. It's very popular. Crazy enough is I try to tell them, hey, our best thing is the E-band, which you already experienced. They feel that might not be big enough or strong enough, so they go for the vest.
Okay.
Because they haven't personally experienced the E-band.
Yeah.
So the E-band's effective, but this is just a little bit more effective.
Okay, it's just more intense.
Yeah, you just have a larger surface area. So like when you had the E-band on, you had two pads side by side, so you experience a space about that large.
Yeah.
Now your pads are on your shoulders, so you have a pad here and a pad here, so you're gonna feel it all the way across from pad to pad, about that wide, instead of this big.
I got to be honest. I've been nervous for all of these and the last shoots. This one is making me. This is not good. This is not good. I signed a liability waiver though. You're good.
You did, yeah.
Okay, so we'll give this a little test and give you the feedback. So now we're testing the vest, and I'm gonna walk down, and then he's gonna hit me and quickly turn it off. I'm somewhat hyperventilating right now, but we're just gonna walk and. Oh my God. You were right. That was so bad. Did you see my hands?
Yeah.
I feel so weak right now. on playback, can you? My hands curled in. Oh my God. Wow. All right. It's just worse and worse.
Yeah.
There's not a product that is slightly I'm capable of getting out of. This one was overwhelming. All of them were like localized overwhelming. This one, I felt it across my whole body, down to my elbows. My arms went in like this. And I made some unusual sounds as before. There's no fighting out of this. And something we had noted earlier was there's no, oh, well, the pain's coming from here, so I'll remove it. Like I've seen in videos with other weapons, with pepper spray, it's like wipe it off. With tasers super effective similarly, but I've seen people pull out the prongs if it's not in perfectly. I can't tell where it's coming from. The whole thing just feels like, I'll just call it upper body.
Yeah, it's that distraction. I mean, your brain is just overstimulated and can't think. You can't think for yourself other than to, most people like to go to the ground because they think some way that's going to make it stop.
Yeah. I really want to thank you for hitting that quickly, because that was miserable.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Wow. You guys have one hell of a product.
Thank you.
That is the most effective and impressive non-lethal tool I've ever experienced. All right, I think overall, this was just mind-blowing. Like the experience I just had, it's unlike anything I've ever felt. It's definitely comparable in the electrical current, non-lethal, less than lethal realm. Like there are comparable feelings and comparable, for lack of a better word, symptoms that you have. But this is just in a category its own, because that nerve pain, it just shuts you down. It locks your legs, like you just drop and you have no strength left. It was just an incredible feeling. Casey, from your standpoint, what do you think of all this?
I think that this personally, from like me getting attacked, I felt like I had more power over you than I did with pepper spray. Because the pepper spray, you just kept coming at me. It was so scary because you're bigger than me and you're like attacking me. Whereas this, I just felt like completely in control because you're just straight on the floor within a second.
Yeah.
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 It was very powerful from my standpoint.
I felt that way too. Like you had complete control over me, and
that distance was created much more for me than it was with, say, the pepper spray and even the taser. If you don't know where you're shooting, I feel like you can still come at me and I can't take you down. There's no way I could get you to the floor like those gloves just did.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dan, from your side, you guys are making an incredible product here. I appreciate you coming out. What is something that you want to leave anyone who's watching this, any kind of message you want to leave to them?
The message I'm really trying to get across is that this is the best tool for both sides of the fence. Whether you're the subject or the officer, you're both safer. Because she ended that fight in a matter of seconds, you were safer also. She was safe and able to walk away. You were safer. It didn't escalate to a lethal situation because she had control and wasn't forced at that point or scared into the moment of having to be lethal because she doesn't have the training to subdue you or the tools to subdue you. And there's no other tool out there that's made for hands-on. Well, there is no tool.
Yeah.
The only tools we have are hands-on is what's between our ears and whatever we've gained and learned. And most people don't have enough time to make that proficient. We don't have the time every day to do that. An officer works 60 hours a week. They don't have the time to train in joint manipulation and takedowns, and they can't sit in a jiu-jitsu gym and roll day after day. But they're in the street and they're going to be rolling around. Yeah. So why not give them something that's going to make them safer and the other guy safer too?
Yeah, absolutely.
They both get to walk away safe.
For those of you at home watching this, you got to check it out. It's something that's an absolute game changer. When I was overseas and operating, I went into every scenario with a ton of training. I had years of combat training, gunfighting, as well as like years of jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, all kinds of experience. And I would still go into those scenarios, with a little bit of like doubt of what if scenarios. To have a technology like this would be an absolute game changer for SWAT teams, tactical units alike, because it gives you that advantage and you don't have to necessarily go to your gun. You can avoid so much conflict because it de-escalates so quickly. So Compliant Technologies, give them a shout out and check them out. Thank you for coming out and beating the crap out of me a little bit. Casey, as always.
So sorry.
It's great hanging out with you as always, just putting me through the punishment. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And as always, continue training because that's how we move forward and that's how we progress.